Hey, Splee, thanks for joining us for our online devotion. I'm sitting down with Ashley, a student in our youth group, and we're going to do a couple faith talks. And the way that we're hoping that you guys can use this is, we just want you to listen and reflect on the question that's being asked, and kind of moving forward from here, think, how would you respond if this question was asked to you? And then you can also kind of reflect on or go and ask someone else in your house these kinds of questions. So Ashley, thanks for joining us today.
Of course.
Yeah, and so at youth group, Ashley doesn't know this yet, but we're going to kind of start focusing on story, because we've been reading through John, and we're kind of getting to that middle of John where it's just like good story after good story and everything. So my very first question for you, Ashley, is what is a story from the Bible, any book of the Bible, anywhere, what is a story that you love, that you say, like, that is a good story that gets me excited?
I really love the parable of the lost sheep.
Okay. And why is that? If you can, give me a little bit more. What is it about that particular story?
I feel like I just like how Jesus reminds the Pharisees it's about the heart and not about your actions, and saying, I'm here to help the lost rather than people who are so-called righteous and hearts are far away from God, and people who are still struggling, God's still seeking them. God's going to rejoice once he finds you, and I just find joy in that.
Okay. I love that. So that's kind of a story that pulls you in and gives you. So do you think it, if I can push a little bit more, do you resonate of the struggling side, or which character do you connect with? Does that make sense? Is that a good follow-up question?
I feel like everyone, the sinner, would connect with the lost sheep, because everyone is lost, and when Jesus finds them, he rejoices, and you're his forever. So
I love that. Gosh, Ash, I think it's amazing that, so just so people know, not to brag about what we're doing right now, but I didn't give Ashley these questions ahead of time, because I found in recording devotions, when you do, they're less organic. So I love that that was off the top of your head. That did not take any hesitation. So I think that's really cool. So yeah, I think thanks for joining us today. And anybody who's watching this, check out that story. Check out the story of the lost sheep. It is a very cool parable. And also, I think what is the story that you really resonate with? So thanks, Ash. Thanks for hopping on here with me today.